Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Christo, and this is Path to Modernity campaign with the classic mic stand screech at the beginning. MEIOU taxes 3.0. I've slightly adjusted our European border. I was looking at it. I think no burn is going to be a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I think that gives us, the problem of course is this little nib here. Obviously I'd rather shave it off just there, but I think this is probably what we're going to go for. But anyway, we're back in. We're reforming. We're cranking our army. I noticed something slightly worrying, which hadn't occurred to me, which is silly of me. But I was saying like, oh, we don't really need to get money off the nobility. We're not getting any money off the nobility. Just take away their ability to run the army, and we'll run the army. Slight problem with that. Turns out it's expensive to run an army. Who knew? I know. But, so we're now spending 432 ducats yearly on the army, which puts realm expenses higher than national income. I don't know exactly why I'm still making money. I guess it's just trade, because trade is not factored in here. So trade is the only thing keeping our books in the black, which is a little troubling. I might end up seizing some more academic property to fund myself or something. But yeah, the corruption's also obviously really high because of the big bureaucratic reforms we've been doing recently. This one, yeah, has been having a big impact. So we'll see if having that lower over the next little while helps. Okay. Oh, and it's claim time. This one, please. Good stuff. I also want to get out of this war because we have some cores that need to finish. But we're trying to get Brunswick to agree to revoke the latest reform. And they are, they're close. Close, but no cigar. We will see. Oh, and they're leaving the coalition. That's interesting. I didn't restart the game. It is a few hours later, because I went for a bit of an exercise, but interesting. And the commoners still love me. We're doing everything we can for them at the moment. Stability is trending down, I think. Oh, no, I'm just trending up. Good. So we're going to hold 2 stability. Can propagate religion in the Moluccas? Sure. Why not? You know what else we should do? We should go around and make sure everywhere is in a trade company. Because I haven't done that recently. Just to make sure we're not going to get any rebellion problems. It tends to be helpful. Keep them on trade companies because trade companies don't care about culture and religion and all that jazz. Okay. Yeah, keep going to Mexico. We'll just keep giving that a go. Are there any missions I should be going for? Like, once we've got Alsace, what do we get? Some mill points. Doesn't really matter. Flanders? Oh, Flanders we're really close to. It's an army tradition, though. It doesn't really matter. Are we getting... I'm actually not planning on getting a Lombardy mission. But this one's probably just Geneva, right? Oh, no, it's this one. Geneva is another one we need to work on. I actually have the claim. Yeah, you know what? Let's just yoink Geneva real quick. Spiritualist zealots. Risen up in Castile's land. Interesting. That's a cool flag. A little totem pole on the rebel flag. I love it. I don't know if that's actually a totem pole. Looks kind of like a totem pole to the uninitiated like me. I needed Diplo points for something. Was it for a reform? Yeah, I could do educational requirements. This is actually more elite loyalty, but it does hurt our corruption, which will tank our income, and more elite power from wealth. I honestly don't really like the sound of, so I think we'll hold off on that for now. Anything else I can do to help the nobility? Yeah, God, our income is absolutely trash. That's probably because, yeah, our expenses. Oh my God. Yeah, our manpower expenses are getting a little bit intense. What can I do to help with that? I mean, if we look here, is my income still all property? Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's insane. How is my revenue 2,600? That seems way too high. Am I paused? Yeah, I didn't mean to be paused. Those numbers do not add up to 2,600. I'm gonna ask the team about that because it's confusing me. Where is my extra revenue coming from? Yeah, we should stop Stop turning off taxes. I need the income. If we're going to pay a new professional army, you know, owned by the state, we're going to need some more stuff. Now, one of the fun things about playing as China. I look forward to just having buckets and buckets of money. And I'm sure they have problems with state reach, especially early. But, I mean, you know, all problems are surmountable. How has this not gone down at all? Length of war has not increased. Brunswicker military strength. Where is this military strength, Brunswick? Is that a Brunswickian army? No. Come siege these guys. I'm going to go and try and find where the heck. I mean, if I kill a couple of Danish troops, it might make a difference, but... You know what I'd like? I'd like to be able to have a button in this screen. Like a checkbox, which says, alert me when peace deal would be accepted. And then when it comes such that this number is 1 or higher, you get a little drop down saying, peace terms acceptable, or something like that. That would be a great system. And then you could just set what you want at the beginning of war, and it'll come and, you know, let you know when it's available, basically. Where do my men go? I think I saw something red just here, so I'm going to go have a little hunt. Yeah, we'll just siege down Geneva and give it to Savoy. How's Savoy doing on integration? I mean, they're integrating really quickly. 166% modifier rate is pretty good. Did I say overlord diplomats? Integration modifier, overlord diplomats. So the number of diplomats you have affects your integration modifier. That's interesting. So just having more diplomats as well as having higher diplo rep is a factor there. That's cool. Who wants peace? Cole. Cole, I could just annex you instead of giving you peace. No, I couldn't. But I could give it to Luxembourg. Or could I? I'm not actually sure if it borders. No, I could not. Alright. Well, in which case, just give me war reps and trade power. Come on, Brunswick. Brunswick, give it up. Still -3. Length of war has gone down. What the hell? What on earth is going on there? Demands exceed war score. How? How can my demands exceed war score against you? I own all your lands. You own none of my lands. What's going on? Do they have land somewhat like... Brunswick, do you have like a colony somewhere? How is my war score against Brunswick not 100%? The war's been going on plenty long. Alright, you know what? You know what, Brunswick? You're just stubborn enough to make it work. I will just let you go. But I will make you break your relationships. Boom. Denmark, you can go too. I need the money, as it turns out. So I'm going to take as much as I can from you. Shift click is, I swear, meant to take you up to just short of what they're willing to accept. Maybe that's in a later patch that I haven't applied yet. And now Holland. I would love all this land, but I assume that's going to give me a big coalition. And you know what we say to that? Come at me. Come at me is what we say to that. As long as the Ottomans are not in here, we're getting to that point in the game where I just want to win. So that is the border we're after in Europe. Give it to me. And if we have to take on the whole HRE in a big-ass coalition, you know what? We'll take them on. I'm not scared. Next up, Brabant. You are on my list. You are in the coalition, but the coalition is not very big, so we just declare on the coalition. So this is what we say to coalitions. We say, bring it on. You declare on the coalition such that it can't get big enough to hurt you. And it's a risky strat, and it's one that I almost never deploy because I tend to like growing at optimal speed. And the way to grow optimal speed, if you are a mere mortal, not if you're if you're anyone but Flory, tends to be to never go over the 50 aggression of expansion cap with almost anyone until you're truly vast, at which point they will never make coalitions against you. As you can see in this campaign, as we near the end, we're going to take a slightly different strategy. So I'm only going to send that one peace deal off in next year. Whereby we say, screw your aggressive expansion cap. And we just declare war on people and nick all their land. Seems good to me. I mean, we're very close now to completing our goals. We're kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are just approximate. 10, 11, 12. We're about 15 provinces away. Not bad. Probably like 200 development, maybe? Hey, new province available. Nice. Right. One more yearly tick down the drain. Fabricating claims on me. That's cute. Colony self-sustaining. Did get a colonist back, so let's go send them off to Australia. Get me those massive farmlands. Oh god, that's gonna be so cool. I know I'm talking about this Chinese campaign a lot, but if we play China and then we, you know, we're like, you know, managing to, you know, we'll be making a certain amount of food, right? But we're growing a lot and we start with a huge population anyway. So it's like, right, okay, time to head down to Australia, get ourselves a bit of slice of that 5,400 farmlands, and then just rip all that food back up north and use Australia as like a massive breadbasket to feed China. That would be so cool. Oh, I really like this game, man. And this mod. It's so cool that things like that are, you know, make sense. Like, that's a coherent idea I just had. There's so few games with that kind of level of supply chain, like supply and demand is so important, and you know, goods manufacture. And the only examples I can think of are way smaller, simpler systems than this. And yeah, I really like that. I'm tempted to take Diplotech, because it's kind of feels sad that we're so far behind on it. But I don't know, probably a waste, right? I think basically as long as I don't push anyone outside of the HRE into the coalition, it's going to be manageable. The problem is, of course, oh, Jesus Christ, our manpower just went through the roof. How much is that costing me? Not much more, actually. Okay. Yeah, this manpower is too high. I should reduce how much I'm spending on taxes. Oh, yeah, give me admin efficiency. Yeah. It's slightly overpowered, and maybe I should remove it from the mod. But give me admin efficiency, because that will cut down my my wages spending, which are 1,300 ducats. Here's the coalition forming up. Should maybe declare on it now, before it gets any bigger. Strasbourg seems like a good one to declare on. No, because I'm already at war with the Emperor. Hey, do you wanna get out of here? No, they don't. Okay, well, I can't declare war unless there's anyone outside the HRE in the coalition. Not yet. But yeah, I think once I piece out this bunch, the rest of the coalition might get scared off. And it's not the worst thing in the world if it doesn't. Oh, hey, I didn't actually see those English separatists pop. Where's this big 29 fleet that's not doing anything? Oh, all right, it's your transports, Christo, you dumbass. All right, you guys, head over here. I know you're the Colonial rebel putting down fleet, but the English need putting in their place. Darn English, he says. Speaking as an Englishman, the English are definitely the one I feel most confident about kind of role-playing, disliking. Not most confident, sorry, most comfortable. Hello, where's my drop-down? Thank you. That takes way too long, by the way. It's something else I should mod. Make these drop down faster. I don't know if that's accessible to modders or not. Probably not, to be honest. We probably should work on trying to get these guys to pay more. Maybe we could try and get more off the... Ooh, Bavarian Slavic Gavelkind. Give him Ingolstadt. What just happened? Where is Ingolstadt? Isn't that over here somewhere? I'm not at all confident I can smell more of Ingolstadt than that. Can't see it. Oh well, not very important. Somewhere here, isn't it? Ingolstadt? Near Landshut? Anyway. So, we could take no land in this war. Or, on the other hand, I could take lots and make the situation worse. Didn't think of that, did you? We probably shouldn't let Naples and Denmark get into the coalition. That would be, I think that would be ill-advised. But I do want to take this land, so we'll see if we can drag it out for 2 years. And the sooner I can piece out subsections of this war, there aren't many subsections to piece out. Oh, hey, Norway. You're colonizing. You've got 2 colonial nations going. Both in North America, looks like. Interesting, interesting. Lutheran uprising. Oh, no. Henry the Bruce is the King of Scotland. Classic, classic. Let's just try and knock out the HRE Emperor so I can declare another war before this situation gets worse. The coalition is looking a little scary. Oh, you know what's not scary, though? Number of Protestants in my land. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. Rebels in Savoy. Okay. These guys need a bit of time to recuperate. Let's have them go hide in London. Oh, no. That was poor timing. Oh, but I can still get out in time. Good. Expedition lost at sea. This reflects poorly on us. It does indeed. Alrighty then. What else to be done? Could call Bohemia in. No real reason to, though. Oh, yearly tick time. Okay. Yeah, so burden of taxation. It's basically all coming from volunteers now. That's kind of crazy. And yeah, all of our diplo points is going on property maintenance, and our manpower just tanked back down again. Has that been reflected in costs? A tiny bit. Okay. I think that the fluctuation is all just from how much the nobles are choosing to contribute, basically. Which is not something I have a huge amount of control over right now without giving them more power, which obviously I don't want to do. You know what I could do, though? I could get a lower mana cost for taxes, which will let me get a little bit more manpower out for the same mana, although it will end up costing me the same. You know, some maths I don't understand. I mean, there's lots of examples, but some specifically I don't understand is the relationship between this screen and my spending. So when I say spend 13 ducats, what I think what it changes is this, right? The level of volunteers and levies. But then what relation does that have to the size of the national army here? Like, does the national army exist and then I'm taxing, like, when I tax, I take control of bits of the army? Or is the size of the army just directly proportional to how much I'm taxing? And also other factors like, you know, who's in the province, how powerful the elites, all that kind of good stuff. I don't know. I think it's the latter. I think the more I tax, the bigger the national army gets, basically. Interesting. I'm very happy with how we managed to handle a religious divide, because the fact that we couldn't spawn Catholic Centers of Reformation, I have a theory for that, by the way, as to why that wouldn't work. I think it only lets there be 2, or maybe 3 at any one time, and because there already were other nations that had used the event to fire it, we couldn't. I maybe already shared that theory with you, but that's my thinking. Let's keep up to date on military tech so that we can fight off a potential coalition. Thing is, unlike in the previous versions of M&T, a coalition fighting against you is actually a really bad thing. In previous versions, it was great. It was just tons of free men because your estates would give you defensive support. I'm hoping we're going to win. It's just based on a general, by the way. Colonialism against England, huh? Stop colonizing England. Did you take more land in South Africa by chance? They did, the absolute so-and-sos. Looks like they might be about to lose some of it again, though. That would be good. You fleeing too. Get me Wiltshire back, please. Ooh, rebels. Interesting. Triarian separatists. We've got a lot of papal influence from all these conversions. Sure, give me manpower recovery speed, just to keep me topped off again. Will help scare off the coalition, hopefully. Can't separate peace Nassau because they're in the coalition. Looks like the coalition's not growing, though, so I can definitely beat this second coalition up once we piece this war out. And in fact, we're probably ready to piece this war out, right? Yep. And this doesn't put Naples in, no, okay, it just does put Naples in. So I'll wait 1 more year, then I'll piece this coalition out and immediately start another war against the remnants of the coalition and beat them up. Just going to kill those rebels in case they ruin my war score. Rally up the armies. You know what I could also do is actually raise another army for faster sieges. We would be getting a little close to the force limit. Let's just manually raise up a bit of an army here. Kind of 5 of them and 2 of them and 2 of them. Because we, it costs almost the same amount of money, maybe exactly the same amount of money to have men raised versus not having them raised in 3.0. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. So we might as well have them raised, really, just so I'm ready to fight back. Did that say Australia has converted religion? Yeah, Australia is animists. Okay, fine. I don't care, to be honest. I mean, they can do them, basically. Okay, we're going to take all this land in this war. I need more spy network on Nassau and Palatinate, which I know is not their name in 3.0, but I can't pronounce their name, so what do you want from me? Alright. I could take this ahead of time, actually. In fact, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take this ahead of time for the yearly corruption down and for the rural production efficiency and urban production efficiency, but mostly for the admin efficiency. So if we take a look, let's see, what has my wages spending? Wages spending hasn't actually changed since I took the extra 5%, but it should. Like, what is my admin efficiency now? Up to 17.5%, so it's not a huge change, obviously, adding 5%, but it will help. It will help. Yeah, I don't really need to send out this army to go and fight. Well, yeah, actually, you know what I should do? I shouldn't have closed those pop-ups. Is one thing I shouldn't have done. Because I don't know what they said now. But I'm going to beat up these armies just to weaken the potential coalition. Because, you know, it's MNT, so killing these guys is actually, it's kind of meaningful. Their manpower's not just going to come back over the next 10 years, however much they lose. It'll actually slightly depopulate them. And it will lower the skill of their armies. Because this stat on here, skill, gives you 92% for peasant conscripts. Lowering that actually will have a meaningful impact on the quality of the armies they're able to field in the future, and it does get lowered by casualties. I'm not actually certain about that, but I'm pretty sure it gets lowered by casualties because more specifically, it gets lowered when you get more men, and when you recruit more men in. And one of the reasons why they have to recruit more men in is if, you know, a bunch of them are dead. So. Such a cool game. I know I say that a lot, but I really mean it. Did Castile deal with those animists? No, but they should be able to. They have enough men over there. Anything else I can do with the papacy? Give myself some more papal influence. Don't need to do that. Let's put Savoy on scutage so that we can annex them. Anyone else I want to annex? Luxembourg? Yeah. Luxembourg, get yourself on scutage, please. Cool. And Castile, you're probably getting close to... Oh, baby. Castile. Castile. Getting to the point where we are now able to improve relations so much that they don't hate us. Just don't die in the next, like, 3 months. Expedition from England. Excuse me? Isle Bourbon? You try to take Isle Bourbon from me? No. Fight them off. Absolutely not. Of course you will not be allowed to just take my province, you muppets. Alright, finally actually collecting taxes again. That should help with the balance sheet. There we go. A little bit better. Still relying on trade to actually keep us green. What does it in the black mean, by the way? Because obviously in the red, bad, you know, negative, whatever. Is that black because you just write in black ink normally? And being in the green or in positive is normal? I wonder where that comes from. Anyway, get over here. Get him. Chase him down. Looks like the good old Hungarians have done the chasing down for me, basically. Okay, you guys can rally up over here. Keep going to Atlantic Mexico. So we've had the yearly tick, which means unless there's anyone on to peace out, which there isn't. I could also go even more aggro here and do this. Actually seizing to the intended border. Holy heck. One more year. Or maybe two more to get Naples out of it, and then we'll do that. Which means I should piece you out first. Give you some money. War reps. In fact, you know what? Revoke Imperial Reform. Nope. Didn't think so. Piece them out so I can declare war on the coalition before it gets any larger. I've got no war goal against Strasbourg. Darn, they're good Catholics. How am I supposed to find an excuse to get to war with them if they're good Catholics? How about Decapolis? Yes. Cleansing of the heresy. Calls in the coalition. Quite a few countries, and not very many men. And can't call these guys in because in 8 years of development, Paradox hasn't figured out a way to call people into one rather than solve several wars, which is so annoying. So I guess we just declare it without Bohemia's help. Austria coming in is not great. I mean, that's not a small number. But I think we'll still win. So yeah, let's declare. You know what I should have done? Should have declared on Palatinate. Oh no, they're allied with them too. Because Austria is obviously the only large threat in this war. Alright, you guys take them out. You guys coming south. You guys... Sure, actually, just siege down Austria's capital. Dun 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 dun. Pantheist fanatics. Only 2,000 of them. Locals should be able to deal with them. By locals, of course, I mean very much non-locals, but the local nations. Well, I don't know, they've been there a while. They might be locals by now. I can't remember when we first... Well, I mean, here, I'll use the exact example. When did we first occupy this province? Dung dung dung. Core of Castile. Okay, so they're Castilians here. Or the colonists. It's been 64 years or something. Some of them will be locals. Anyway. Alright. Am I making a horrible mistake with all these wars? I don't think so. I think we have the numbers. We should probably act to try and make them not rally up too much. But I'm hoping I'm going to be able to knock out Austria, because they're obviously not in the coalition, relatively quickly. Sorry, also talking to devs while playing. I'm so lucky, by the way, that the M&T devs are nice and are willing to, you know, help me out. 20,000 Austrians, worth keeping an eye on. Worth helping me out. Happy to help me out and you know, give advice and all that good stuff. It's very nice of them. Nice siege leader. Peruvian separatists, 4,000. They've only got 2,000 men. Yeah, we might have to go help with that. Excuse me. Might have to go help with that. We actually lost war score in this war. Or do I? Ooh, hello. I feel like that's not a battle that's going to go in your favour. Oh my god, look at that Miltech. 1.5. Well, it's a really good Palatinate General, but he's not going to be good enough. He's not going to make the difference. Not with that kind of military tech advantage. I haven't looked at this recently. Yeah, it is kind of like fighting natives with 5 tech advantage. Not like fighting natives back in the day. Back when you could have like 25 tech advantage. But natives since institutions. In vanilla anyway. In M&T obviously the same, as I say, back in the day advantage still exists. I mean, if we look at, yeah, 9. Miltech 9. 13. Yeah, kind of insane. Why are you so terrible on Miltech? What is going on here? You've got 1 province to administrate. You're spending it all on taxes? What are you doing? We should probably have all our armies together now that we're in this kind of mega war situation. Not mega war, but mega war for this campaign so far. Yeah, keep looting them. Definitely going to mod that event out. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to call it a part here. I'll do one more part after this, probably. Bash up some of these coalitions. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Next Friday/Monday, depending on when this came out. I'll see you then. Bye.